Hello everyone. I hope you are all well and had a lovely week. Summer has finally arrived at the Seaside Cottage, and I decided to bake a plant-based cheesecake using my recently created strawberry elderflower jelly. I always preferred baking to cooking, and as a wee lassie, we used to bake a lot at my parents' house. My mother was a very good cook and equally skilled in baking and taught us from a young age. Once I started my plant-based journey 13 years ago, I converted all my recipes with plant-based ingredients and learned what works and what not through trial and error. I actually baked another cake this week, as it was my son's birthday. But since I have shown the chocolate cake he asked for in one of my other vlogs, I thought I'd show this new recipe coming to life. Summer is such a bright time in Scotland. It rarely gets dark or very hot, which suits me quite well. As I'm running early in the mornings 3 times a week, I prefer this climate any day. The prejudice that it does rain a lot in Scotland is true, but here in the east we do not get as much rain and more sunshine than the rest of the country. Our garden is now in full swing. We had our very first strawberries and the lavender is just coming along to be blossoming soon. We have a bee-friendly garden and the buzzing is a very welcome noise in the summer months. I usually keep our garden door open during the day, and it has happened that a neighbor's cat's curiosity brought it inside, but usually we only get flies, wasps and sometimes bumblebees as visitors indoors. have mentioned it before. I like spending time on my own in nature, as this is my sanctuary where I can refresh my soul. When I go out and bring my recording tools, I am actually alone around half of the time. My husband isn't always with me due to his work or other plans he might have. When we met, we had very little days off together. Since I am just facing back into work, we do have now many more days off as a couple. This week I decided to finally use my bicycle again to go for a picnic close by. I hadn't used my bike in a while, as our wee town has some steep hills and this bike is not suitable for them. Being alone brings me calm and balances me, as I'm not receiving the energy I always feel when I'm with people, especially those I love. Coming from a large family, I always struggled at family gatherings, as they were too loud for me and I felt drained when going home. Now that my son is grown up and I do have more time for my own needs, I happily embrace those things I like doing. I most certainly would love to have a picnic with my husband, but he has rather severe hay fever, so being outdoors on a meadow with a lot of flowers is not his preferred place to be. So once more, this works out very well for us as a couple. We are like yin and yang sometimes to both our benefits. This wee picnic place is close to the Leibh, our volcanic hill, and is not very frequented by tourists or locals. They much rather walk up the hill to enjoy the wonderful view. I know that many of you can relate to my need for calm and quiet, and that highly sensitive people are often overwhelmed in places that other people consider normal. I feel that I'm still on the search for the right balance between my requirements and my empathy for other people and their needs. I would not like to lose focus on those around me, neither losing the focus on myself. I think this might remain a balancing act for the future. The cake turned out very tasty and refreshing, and our homegrown strawberries were sweet and juicy. I hope you have a lovely week. Thank you for your ongoing support, and I see you soon. Tapath.